Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Obama's sinking in the polls. Oh no! Oh no! The Orioles lose. Oh no! The Nationals lose. Ah! I'm gonna go jump out the window. Oh, well. Hi everybody. Big Dave here. Dave TV. It's cold. Went down into the 30s last night, and I didn't put my heat on. I always like to see every year how long I can go without running the heat till it gets cold. Wake up and there's icicles and everything. I'll go, okay, put the heat on. But one cold snapping in October, I'm not putting the heat on. So how y'all doing, everybody? Not a real good night for Washington sports or Baltimore sports either. The double whammy last night. The Orioles. I'm a native New Yorker. I was born in New York City. Never lived in New York City, but I was born there. But I would have loved to see the Orioles beat the evil New York Yankees. Never liked the Yankees. But anyhow, that was sad. And then, of course, the Nationals last night. Interesting to see Washington Post today. Of course, this is not the final edition. So we just get a picture here of Nationals playoff game goes late and some smiling Nationals fans there. So we're at least, in a weird way, I'm kind of almost glad I got an earlier edition of the Post for Saturday because it doesn't have the Nats loss in it. And then, of course, the sports section, as you can see here, it has the Yankees beating the Orioles and then a giant picture of the National, of Mr. Harper there, Bryce Harper. Of course, this is where the space would have been for the big eulogy for the Nationals. I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm not going to say that, but I always figured this season, I really did. I should have written it down on my rant page or whatever. I should have written it down so there would have been proof of it. But I always thought the Nationals were going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. I really did. I don't know. It's amazing how things can change. It's amazing how fast Obama's poll numbers can go down and Mitt Romney's can go up. In 1 week, the whole race changes. So the thing is, there's still like 2.5, 3 weeks to go before the election. Things can flip right back the other way. It's amazing how fast in this internet age things can go. So anyhow, that's the big, cold, hard truth. I think the people over at WJFK 106.7 The Fan are probably not happy with the Nationals losing either. That station has been struggling in the ratings. I'm sure it does okay in ad revenue. They get a good sizable chunk of that male demographic, that young male demographic that advertisers want. But they'd love to get in the top 10 in their ratings, in the beauty contest 6 plus 12 pluses. They're usually like 19th or 18th or something like that. And this Nationals thing, going on through the playoffs, maybe to the World Series, would really have given that station a kick in the pants, which they're not going to get now. I listened to some of the, I think what's his name, Holden Kushner or whatever, and some of the folks, Danny Rouillet or whatever, over there on JFK during the midday show yesterday, and they were just in Dream City. They're just hyped. Like, their whole lives are dependent on this team winning. And now it's funny. It's weird because it'd be kind of interesting to listen to them today, which is a Saturday. I guess I don't know who's on today, but. We'll have to wait till Monday to get all the regular prognostications and the obituary there on the national season. But, hey, that's sports, And you know what? Only one team's going to win the World Series, so just about everybody else somewhere down the line is going to be a loser. But I think a lot of folks were hoping that the Nationals this year would go a little further than just the first round of the playoffs. But what the heck? The Redskins look like they're going to tank this year. They don't look very good. The wobbly RG3 and his concussion. So once again, Washington settles down to mediocre sports and mediocre radio. Mediocre politics. That's America. That's we're the capital of America. So, hey, forget the Nationals, forget the Orioles, forget the Redskins. We'll have Mitt Romney, and they'll be cutting cutting the government, and they'll be whatever. So how you doing, everybody? Okay. Do I have anything else to say today? Do I? Any other big news? Got a little bit of kickback yesterday regarding my raised the possibility that CBS could start a second sports talker in Washington. Now, a couple of my radio sources actually said they've actually heard some talk to that effect, that CBS really would like to do that. It's just the signals. There's not enough signals in this market for everybody to do what they want to do. CBS needs more signals. Could CBS and Cumulus make a deal on 105.9? It's funny because WMAL News Talker, the ratings have actually gone down since they added 105.9. And, I don't know. Tell you, I was listening to the new pairing. They got Brian Wilson doing basically a show solo, at least, on the nameplate there. So he has co-hosts like Tori Clark yesterday. And I liked him and Tori Clark in the studio, but I didn't think it played well when they were doing that McLean Family Restaurant bit yesterday. I don't know. I tell you, WMAL needs to shake it up more. They need to pair a lefty and a righty in that morning show. They already got the righty in Brian Wilson. They need to get, at least somebody who's going to clash a little bit on that morning show. To have two conservatives just sitting there mainly agreeing with each other just doesn't make good radio. Yeah, the righties down in Prince William County and the Tea Party people in Loudoun probably like it, but for the average listener, they want to hear some mix up there. Whether they're lefties or righties, they want to hear a show that has a little bit of sparks to it. And that was the problem I had with Bryan Nehman and Brian Wilson. I liked Nehman, but, he was playing a righty on the show, and more often than not agreed with Brian Wilson on things, and it just made for kind of dullish radio. I really think they really need to find somebody, and I'm not going to say who, David Byrd. I don't know if David Byrd is even he's probably a centrist, maybe slightly to the left of center person. But, somebody like that who's going to clash with Brian Wilson. So they have a kind of a good-natured clash going, in terms of political opinions and stuff. That would make the show interesting. But, of course, what is Cumulus? They don't listen to me. So they settle for 18th place in the ratings. All right, folks. I'll keep it short. 8 minutes today. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Go Nationals. Go home. It's sad. But that's Washington sports. What was it John Carmody used to say? Remember John Carmody wrote that long-time Washington Post TV Waves column or whatever it was called. He, before Lisa DeMarais, he was great because it was all local stuff. He would do a lot of local stuff. In fact, a lot of what I'm doing is what John Carmody did. The local TV scene. And he did do some national stuff, but it was mainly local stuff. The Post doesn't even bother to cover anymore. And he would always do something like, what did he do? A towel rack alert. The old office buildings, they used to have those towel racks that were made of cloth that just kind of spun up into the machine, dry your hands and turn the crank and it would go back up. You could hang yourself on it. And he'd always, when bad ratings news would come out at the local station, he'd go something like, there's a, there's a towel rack alert over there at Channel 4 or whatever. So I do think Channel 4 is doing a good thing, though. They're going to be starting 2 suburban news bureaus, one here in Reston. They should, hey, I got an extra room over there I use as an office. You want to use that room? Save some rent space. Julie Carey can go sit in there and we can chat all day. Come on, this could be the WRC Reston, Northern Virginia News Bureau. I'll lease you the space, $500 a month. I bet you that's cheaper than wherever you're buying it, right? And they're over in Lanham. Maybe they could make a deal with WNEW. The mysterious CBS All-Newser that's getting no ratings after 10 months. What's up, Steve Swenson? What the hell's going on over there, Stevie boy? I'm sure he's happy to come to Washington. There's no other market in the country that has some nut job ranting and raging like me every day about radio and TV in the local market. So to come here and have to deal with this every day, I'm sure he just pays no attention. He pretends to pay no attention to me. Then late at night, before he goes to bed at night, he goes, "Oh, I gotta watch that Dave TV," and he sits there and watches me prancing around here in my crazy camo, which I'm not wearing today, and goes to bed and tosses and turns all night and goes, "You know what? Deep down, Dave is right." Yeah, I'm not wearing camo today, am I? Okay, this is my sleep stuff. In fact, actually, I don't sleep with this heavy thing on here. I have a nice big quilt, but I don't sleep in the nude. I sleep shirtless. I've never felt comfortable sleeping in the nude. I don't know. If there's a fire, what are you going to do? Just smash the window and jump out? And Thanks for watching Dave TV for this Saturday morning, the 13th of October. Book 'em, Dano.